everyone, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today we are doing everything that I wore in the month of May, which surprisingly is quite a lot. I do feel like I did a bit of burnout nail polish fatigue at some point in this month, so when I got these all out I was surprised to see that I'd worn so many. Hopefully you all enjoyed my OPI swatch through video. That took such a long time. It was a real labour of love, and like I say, then I felt like I didn't want to paint my nails, and yet somehow this happened. So let's go through everything I wore my nails in May. So let's do new wears first, mainly mainstream. We do have How You Bluein' from Sally Hansen in the Miracle Gel formula, and this is part of the Friends collection. When this came out, I was very underwhelmed with the collection as a whole. It literally was kind of Friends references slapped onto quite generic colours. But a few people in my life that know I like nail polish and know I like Friends got them for me. So I've got a couple hanging around simply because of that. This is a blue with a nice soft shimmer. I wish it was a bit more opaque. It does get opaque in 3, but just... it's not a strong, thick, opaque colour like I would have imagined from this dark blue. So it was fine. 3 coats of How You Bluein' by Sally Hansen. We then move on to Tangerine Heat, which was a China Glaze. Not seeing a lot of China Glaze new ones on my channel these days, but I did pick this up from TK Maxx. It was a little bit more of a watery formula than I was hoping. There have been some really good China Glaze pastels like throughout the years, but this is one that's, again, just about there in 3, but not the most opaque and the most thick that I would like it to be. Sometimes people will say, like, make sure you keep the caps on so they don't thicken up over time, but I think this could probably have done with being a little bit thicker, and then that would have helped with the opacity. 3 coats of Tangerine Heat. Zoya's polish of the month for May was Starlette, and I think it was Twinklet that they already released, which was a pink version of this. So it was the brother-sister combo of Twinklet that they already had released. So it's a little bit more of a blue tone, but in general it's just a really, really densely glitter-packed holographic polish. It does get opaque in 2 or 3. If you get a really good opaque first coat, you could probably do it in 2, but what you're seeing for me is 3 thin coats. You could possibly use this as a topper over the top of something that was colour coordinating. These are bordering on pixie dust, these really dense glitters that Zoya has come out with recently. And the last mainstream is Gossamer Garments, which is a Essie Gel Couture. Forgot what I was talking about there. Essie Gel Couture, which they sent me. I really liked this. These Gel Couture nudes I've tried this year have been some of my favourites that I've tried through the whole year. Occasionally it's just really nice to have a palette cleansing, neutral, glossy, just base, naked nails, and I really, really liked how this looked. It got kind of opaque in 3, what you see in the photos, but it is what it is when you see in the tin. It's a nice palette cleansing light baby pink. 3 coats of Gossamer Garments. 2 new indies. The first one is Last Day of Summer, which is from Farbe Nostalgia. I don't think the brand's active at the moment, but I had this one on the nail polish rack behind me and I thought I better pull it out. So on the back you might be able to see there are stars. So I was a bit disappointed that I wasn't able to get any of the white star glitters out of this, but it was a really nice base other than that, in the dark blue, and then you've got pink and the white stars, and then you've also got orange. But I really loved the orange, pink and blue mixture. Just a shame I couldn't get those stars out. But what you're seeing is 3 coats of Last Day of Summer. And then Wendy Darling was one by Rogue, which came out in the Peter Pan Hella Handmade Creations series. I loved this. I did actually pass up on it on the first time it came out. And then they do sometimes bring older polishes back to Hella Handmade Creations, so I picked it up the second time. And it's just a really nice greeny blue teal, and then there's a really nice warm tone flash to it. I love the green with the warm tone flash. There's also a few little flakes scattered amongst there. It's just really Amy in a bottle. It's one of the polishes that I know I would love. Do I have other ones in my collection that are similar to this? Probably, but Rogue can do no wrong. 2 coats of Wendy Darling. We move on to the rewears. So I did rewear 3 Zoyas. So the first one is Lena, which is just a really nice bright violet lavender cream. Then Donnie, which was a really nice plummy purple pink. You're seeing the polish. I'm rubbish at describing these. You would think 10 years into this nail polish channel I might be able to describe nail polishes a bit better than I do, but no. And then Adara was the last one, and I didn't realise or remember having this one, but it's a really nice blue with tons of flakes, and the flakes tend to go into kind of like a pinky flash to them, but really enjoyed wearing that one. It was more of a jelly, so that was 3 coats, but sometimes it's good to rummage into the back of the nail polish drawers. I then re-wore Burning Love from Essie. Really, really loved this one. A really nice bricky, neutral colour. Loved that one. And then indie-wise, I did rewear Lynn B Designs Swooping Evil, which is from her Fantastic Beasts collection, blue with blue flash and blue flakes. And then 2 from Pampered polishes. The first one is called It's Clover, which is a white base with 2 types of green glitters. And then I Look Like My Great Aunt Tessie, which is a Ron Weasley inspired polish, and it is a pale, it's just a couple of drops off of white, and then there's also brown, orange and bronze glitters in there as well. Wrapping up the video, I do have 2 nail polish empties, both from A Certain Becca Lacquer. The first one is a sample size of her whipped scrub. I use this every time I use glitter nail polish, or I'm doing a lot of swatching, or just at the end of a really nice fresh manicure. If I've done a lot of nail filing and done some cuticle work, I tend to go in with this. It's a lot easier to get rid of those like fragments of polish around your nails rather than using acetone to remove them. I love that, and that was in the scent Dragon's Blood, which was a Halloween exclusive. And then a cuticle oil in the scent Bad Wolf Bay, which was limited edition based on one of her boxes she did that was a Doctor Who themed box, I want to say. But I really love the scent Bad Wolf Bay, and I would have it in lots of other items if I could. And I've already repurchased both of those items. So that was everything that I wore in May. I feel like because I haven't filmed, the most recent ones that I've tried to film have not been that great. I feel like I'm just spluttering over myself. So I'll hopefully get back into videos soon. I am carrying on with my 90 Lacquer swatch through series. This video of those will be one of the ones that I filmed next. And then you all voted and were very happy for me to finish off OPIs. So the 3rd OPI draw will be the next one through of swatching my collection. So 90 first, and it will probably be a few months to go through all those OPIs, unless when I pull it out that I've happened to have swatched a lot of them quite recently, because like I say, the last one was a mammoth task. I've also bought some indies, so there may be a little haul on the way. So again, thank you always for your support and watching these videos. Give me thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and I will see you soon. Bye.